You are now listening to Vigilantes Radio, presented by the only one media group. This is the people's choice for quality interviews, celebrities and special guests. Hosted by Demetrius Dinny Reynolds. Call in to join the mix at 701-801-9813. For the complete archive of episodes, visit onlyonemediagroup.com and be sure to like us on Facebook at Vigilantes Radio. We welcome all. Enjoy the show. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host, Demetrius Houdini Black Reynolds. Enjoy the show.
Yo, welcome to another awesome episode of Vigilantes Radio. I am your host, dini-mussolini, and there are over 31,000 of you guys live on our phone lines tonight. Oh my goodness, you're gonna break the internet. Hey, but it's all good because we can house all of you guys here. There's some of you guys on the browser, in the chat room, on Google Hangouts. Appreciate you guys, as always, for tuning in and listening to our show. All right, so everyone has a talent. What is rare is the courage to follow the talent to the dark place where it may lead. One of the biggest enemies of accomplishment is comfort. Most people are so attached to being comfortable that they're just not willing to do what it takes to succeed. Meeting people, learning new skills, presenting your ideas, taking risks, working hard. Oh my goodness, working hard. These are all very uncomfortable and all very necessary for success. You must decide whether you want a life of comfort or a life of accomplishment. You can do and you can have anything, be anything you want if you'll just step outside your comfort zone and take the actions that need to be taken. Look at the things you do each day and ask yourself why you're doing them. It is because you're familiar and you're comfortable and secure. How many times can you drive down the highway, mindlessly thinking of other things? You kind of like on co-pilot, but you make it home because you do it every day. It's comfortable to you. Right? So are you anxious about venturing outside of your cozy comfort zone? Are there things you avoid doing because it may cause you some discomfort? Accomplishment requires that you step outside of your comfort zone. The good news is that when you venture beyond the borders, your comfort zone expands. Oh yeah. Success in one area of your life will give you more everything you do. Don't let yourself get too comfortable. A short time of discomfort is far better than a lifetime of regret. Take that from me, Dini Mussolini. That is my word, and word is bond.
You're live in the mix. Let's get this started.
Yo, hello and welcome to another awesome episode of Inside the Music, or Inside the Book, Inside the Business, where we dive into the minds of the people who create marvelous things. It feels so good to be back with you guys once again. So one time for my people who are indigos, crystalline or starseeds, or for my Vigilantes audience family, and 2 times for my people who are vegetarian or vegans. If you're like me, we are averaging over 37,000 live listeners, and we've been at this for 4 solid years. I appreciate all you guys who've been rocking with the kid on this journey, and we are still evolving, baby. It is all because of you, most definitely. We are the people who have dedicated their lives to music, spirituality, business, literature, art, movies, and research in every aspect, and we want to allow you an opportunity to tell your story. Man, we've had celebrities on our show, from Grammy Award winning artists to nominees to actors, comedians, CEOs, technology geniuses, visual artists, from authors to professors and aliens. Or people think they're aliens. It doesn't matter who you are or where you come from. come on our show and talk to me. So check it out. To book an interview or just to share a real cool story, email me at vradio@onlyonemediagroup.com. And that's V as in Victor. I'm passionate about what I do, just as passionate about what you do. And together, yes, together, we can get your voice heard by the people who should hear it. So let's create something incredible. You know the number to dial, 701-801-9813. Text that number to your buddy right now and tell them to tune in to connect with us or our guests, or you can hop in the mix directly from our website, onlyonemediagroup.com. Right from the homepage, you can slap that go live button and you'll be right here live in the mix and in the chat room with all of us. Feel free to shoot over some questions to ask our guests while they are here, but only as time permits. Sometimes my guests and I talk entirely too much and we take up the entire hour. And as always, all episodes are available for free download, and you can grab that from either Spreaker.com/onlyonemediagroup, iTunes, YouTube, or any app from the Google Play or iTunes Store, or over at our website. And that goes for every single episode that we ever aired.
Well. Vigilantes Radio interviews go beyond the music. We go beyond the books, the films, the businesses, and into the minds of the artists or people who create these marvelous aspirations. From researching our special invited guests, mining for details, watching, reading, listening to everything we can, we're like TMZ, digging out the secrets. Our interviews are designed to bring out the best answers possible through thought-provoking questions that have some real substance. Well, we aren't like TMZ, but it was worth the shot, right? So a sincere, warm welcome to Asi Nicole for being on our show this evening. We will have an
absolutely amazing time talking
about her music and her life and all those good things. Point being, I'm sure she has a lot of incredible things to say here, and I don't want to give away too much. So with that, let's welcome her to our show. Asi Nicole, you're now live in the mix with all of us. How's it going?
Hey, everybody. Everything's fine with me. How's it going with you guys?
It is great. Could not complain. So it is a new year. How are you feeling?
I am feeling great. Awesome. I'm excited about this year. This has been the start of this year has been great. Just awesome. It's so much I can say, but I'm going to wait till you get to your questions because I don't want to throw it all out there in the beginning.
You're right. I'm about to spill it all out for you. I'm so excited. All right. So thank you so much for taking some time to talk music with us. Bring us all up to the current with what's going on with you. And I know it has to be a very, very exciting time for you.
It definitely is. First, let me correct you. My name is Asi, like Asiago Nicole. A lot of people say it wrong. Yeah, like Asiago. But I'll shorten my intro a little bit. So I have a couple of things coming up recently. I have a show actually what's today? It's the 13th. On the 24th of March, I'm opening up for dini-mussolini. And I'm kind of nervous and excited at the same time. This will be my first extreme show. I've done a lot of the normal venues in my area, and I've done one that is called the Norva out here. So that one's kind of major, but this is a definite step up from those type of shows. And I have a couple heavy hitters too coming up towards the beginning of the summer. I opened for Kendrick-Lamar, and I'm also doing a crossover show for the group The American Dragon. I have my album coming out. I'm planning to release that April 20th. And I also have a mini movie that I'm working on to be released. Oh, wow. And I'm aiming for early May. And it's not gonna be a full-blown movie, so I don't want anyone to think it's gonna be a scripted movie. It's more 3 of my songs off my album. I'm gonna kind of put it together like a mini movie instead of it being a normal video.
Okay, working.
So that's kind of what I have coming up.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, don't downplay it. Work is work. A lot of people don't have that. Which brings me to my... Oh, yeah. Which brings me to my next question, because we have a lot of, I want to say, aspiring artists sometimes that listen to the show for tips and pointers. So let everyone know what has got you to the point that you are now in your career.
What has got me to this point, I can say, I can't lie, it's strictly hard work and dedication. There have been times where, because I've been doing it for literally 10 years full force. I'm 24, so I started when I was 14, really into it. I'm trying to create it as a career. I do everything by myself, so I've had to learn the different avenues of business and music at the same time. I still have a lot to learn. I don't want anybody to think that this is easy. It will never just be an easy walk in the park. Anybody that's ever made it, you guys, is gonna take some time, patience, dedication, and hard work. And you have to be serious about it. This isn't something, and money, you guys, money. So it's not gonna just, pop up and you're gonna put this song out and you're gonna be like a superstar. Don't let anybody sell you that dream. It's gonna take hard work and dedication. And that's what it took for me to get to this point now, especially with being able to kind of push some of the songs that I've had when I first started and the songs that I have now. It's going to take some growth as well. So it's all in your personality, I would say. If you have the mindset for it, I feel like you can do it 100%. But if you feel like, you don't want to take the time and the effort, because it could take up to 20 years maybe. You just never know. Sometimes you just gotta, some people get lucky, and catch that big break, or they put the right song out at the right time with the right beat, and everybody's just feeling it, and they're sharing, especially with the social media nowadays. So it's kind of, it's iffy. It's a rocky journey. You just, like I said, you just gotta have the mindset and the faith. Because I know it's been a couple of times that I kind of just sat back and I would just cry, you guys, like, this is all I want to do. And you're going to have those times. There's going to be times you're going to feel depressed, and you just got to fight through it. And you just got to look at the bright side, especially if this is your passion. If this is your passion, I would tell you to never give up. I don't care how old you guys are.
All right. Definitely. So for the 40-year-old rapper out there, like you said, sometimes it will take 20 years. For a while before you make any breakthrough, but the key is persistence. So for the 40-year-old rapper out there, what do you think about, people who are of that age and just now breaking into music? I feel like they were consistent. I know they probably had their moments and people in their ear kind of telling them, it's time for you to give it up. I see it all the time, especially here in Virginia. Like, our music scene is not as big as a lot of other cities. So it's kind of, a lot of people give up here, or either they keep going, but people just talk bad about them a lot. And I would just say to you guys, if you have the time, the extra money, the mindset, I would say continue. Just continue. Because it's a couple, you just never know when your time is going to come. And I feel like God plays a role in that as well. He writes your path. You follow what he has in store for you. Even if you're trying to, deter your way, you're going to make it. That's how I feel. I don't care if you're 60. You could go out here and you could sing any song that you want to sing, and you'll be doing what you love to do. Even if it's not becoming the biggest star in the world, just doing something that you love, and maybe you have little side shows or bookings, or you sing for weddings. All music inspires so many people, and it makes them feel so many different ways. So you never know when your talent is actually working for someone. It may not seem like it, but it really does work for anyone. No, how? That's great, Asi. I said it right that time. All right, awesome.
Yeah, you said it right. You said it right.
Yay! All right, so I think I heard you mention that now you have the time or the availability to go back to when you first started to some of your music back then and bring it back out or keep performing it? What did you say?
No, I was saying that now, like, because when I first started, of course, I was younger, so it's kind of like I was just more going off of how I felt back then. And as you get older and you go through more stuff and your eyes open and you understand life a lot better, you can tell, and I can tell in my music, and I can tell in my sound. And I listen and I say, dang, I really grew. Like I've practiced so much and perfected certain things that it doesn't sound how I sounded back in the day. I wish I could play a song for you guys and let y'all compare. But you'll be like, oh yeah, she sounds so young, and now you'll be like, oh yeah, she her delivery is totally different. It just was something I grew with, and it helps when I go back and listen, and I feel, okay, yeah, I can do this different this time around. So I actually keep anything that I record, even if I like it or not, I'll keep it and kind of just go back and listen to it and see what could be done different.
Cool. Okay. So at the age of 14, you're rapping. What's the actual story that brought you to music in the first place?
So when I was 6 months, I lost my father. He was murdered. So as I kind of was, going through life, and I had so much, I would say, anger. I couldn't understand. My mom didn't really kind of want to go into detail because I was still young.
Right.
So I ended up kind of living life with a lot of anger and fear, envy and jealousy. And I kind of started using poetry first. I started with poetry first, just kind of expressing myself because I'm the only child. So I really didn't have a sibling to just go talk to and vent to all the time. So I kind of used paper and a pen. And from my poems, I started kind of singing them and humming them, harmonizing sometimes with like a couple of my friends. And then it just turned into a happiness that started to fill my heart and my soul. And it's hard to explain because it just happened. And ever since then, music was more of a therapy for me. And then it turned into a full-blown passion. It helped me with my low days, and I celebrated with my high days. And it's something that just became my first love, just off of everything that I kind of was going through in life. It was just always there. It was easy for me to just turn to music quicker than turn into a person. I could just go right and release everything. That's how it became like number one for me.
Right. All right. That's cool. It's cool. And sorry to hear about the loss of your father. I know that could be hard.
Yeah, it's hard. It is. It's hard. Especially when you see like in school and you see everybody come with their daddy-daughter dances, and maybe they'll come to like their prom, things like that. It does. It takes effect on people, even though one of the strongest, maybe the strongest minded person could say it doesn't. Like they're fine, they're okay. But I promise you, deep down inside, there's something in there that it always feel like is missing. Like even to this day, my mom remarried and everything. My stepdad is great. I love him to death. But it's always just something missing because it's never there, basically. Yeah. So, yeah, it's hard, but as I got older, I kind of learned to just deal with it with the help of music, so.
That's good. So let's do this. Tell me something about yourself as an artist that has never changed, and why is that?
I would say never changed. I stay very humble. That I say has never changed. Since I was younger, it doesn't matter where I am, if I was at a regular job or on a sports team or picnic. It doesn't matter where I am. I always stay humble. And I do that because I just feel that it's the right thing to do. And I also feel that in reference to music, there are plenty of artists that are in my position, trying to make it, trying to fulfill their dreams. And the opportunities that I'm getting now, I'm just very thankful because they could have been given to somebody else. So instead of me just, bragging about it or taunting people, I kind of stay humble, and artists that come up to me and ask, well, how did you do this? What made you want to do this? I literally give them the rundown of what I went through, and I just try to mentor them. I mean, I know I'm not a big star, but where I am now is where people are trying to get to, and I just kind of like mentoring them to get there. So I really just stay humble and thankful. The whole, that's probably never going to change.
Man, that's so cool of you. So, with all the things you have going on, what does a typical work day look like for you? Especially when you have music to put out on a with the set release date and with all the bells and whistles and all that, and you need everything to go according to plan on the big day release. Let us in on a sneak peek of your life during those times.
I would say it could be very stressful, especially around a release day. So when I released my single Rich-Dollaz, I had to make sure that it was completely how I wanted it before I dropped it, and that was stressful. And actually, the closer it gets to my album release day, I start to stress more because I feel like I have to make sure that my cover is right. I have to make sure all my songs are mixed and mastered to the T of my liking. And then of course I'm a single mom, so it's kind of like hectic because I'm Ronnie, come on, you gotta go to sleep. And I'm like, come on, go to sleep for mom, so I can kind of just take a second and just make sure everything's in line. And majority of the time I kind of just bring her along with me because she loves music too. She's only 2, but she's not 2 yet. She'll be 2 in May, but she just loves music too. Anything that comes on the radio, she's dancing, clapping, singing along. So I kind of just keep her around with me, but it can be very stressful, especially days with when it's events or shows. Just from rehearsals to the creative process, of setting up your stage presence, the running around, makeup, hair, wardrobe. It's like I just want a moment to myself.
Right. Oh wow! So you got mommy duties, and then music industry. Oh my goodness, you gotta be Superwoman. I know you have to.
Sometimes I feel like it. Just like I'm not gonna lie, like this week that just passed, I had a couple events at night because I still work my regular job too right now. So I have a couple of events that I had at night. So from Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I was like working my normal job, coming home, being super mom, and then going out hosting these events and performing at these events. And I probably was running off of maybe 5 hours of sleep, and when Sunday came, I just crashed. And it was just like relaxation. So it gets hectic, it gets tough, but I say just kind of, I try to just have a steady mind, and I really just try to have moments to myself where I just kind of take a deep breath, breathe, and relax, and remember why I'm doing it in the first place before I get frustrated and say I quit.
Right. And all those sacrifices are starting to pay off for you, right?
Yes, they are.
That's the best thing, yeah. So what do you consider would be the biggest surprise about the musical building process? Like, what would that surprise be to a brand new artist, looking to get heard or to get signed?
Do I know? Honestly, the biggest surprise that hit me was a lot of people don't listen to talent. anymore.
Yeah.
They don't pick talent anymore, and that was the biggest surprise to me as I started to really, actually become a part of the music industry. It was just amazing. Like, I was amazed. And I mean, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of great artists out here. I'm happy that they made it, but it's like a lot of the fans nowadays, they kind of just, oh, that's a nice beat, and they like the song because of the beat, so then they become a fan of the artist because of the beat that they had. Like, it's not like, oh yeah, she can really sing, or she can really spit bars, or she can really play the guitar. So it's that really was like a shocker to me once it hit. I was like, dang, they don't care about talent anymore. Like,
right. Yeah, I'm still shocked as well. I think personality sells more than, actual talent.
Yeah, exactly.
That's crazy.
Exactly.
Go dye my hair orange and purple.
And purple, right? His hair is super dope. Like, he's a star.
Right, yeah.
That's exactly how it is. That was literally like the biggest shocker to me ever. I was like, well, I thought this was about talent, but.
And I think what's sad about that is it kind of ruins the culture, the hip hop culture. We know personality is a big part of our culture, especially in hip hop, but it's supposed to be centered around music, not, how many likes you can get on Instagram, doing something crazy or some Snapchat. It's supposed to be about the music plus your personality. And sometimes the two just don't really connect. But I'm glad you're doing it so swell. Oh, yeah. Yes. You gotta use the word swell.
trying to stay on task, trying to stay on that mission.
Definitely.
What's the toughest thing about getting a performance booked?
The toughest thing I would say is trying to get a promoter or a venue to take a chance on you.
Yeah.
That's the toughest thing, because, like I said, I'm not a star. I'm not a well-known artist around the world. So it's trying to build your name is probably one of the hardest things to do when getting booked. It's kind of like they want to see, like any other job, your resume. And when you're first starting off, of course, if you don't have anything major that kind of draws their attention, they're not going to book you. Sometimes it could be word of mouth. They hear somebody say, oh, you should book this person. That's really how I had got a lot of my mini shows, and like I did open mics. I had a couple promoters out here just reach out to me just in reference to word of mouth, and people just telling them, hey, Asi Nicole, she's a really dope female artist. She sings, she raps. You should try it out on an open mic. I went from open mics to being actually booked for like a couple shows, just nice. Being like a special guest, kind of sort of. So that's the hardest thing, just getting promoters and venues that want to take a chance on you.
Right. Yeah. What about when it comes down? You mentioned that I don't think a lot of new artists consider. Like, and I used to be a booking agent. And my whole thing, like, is the law of exchange. If you're a new artist, the question is, how many heads can you bring in the club? And some artists don't realize that when they come with these outrageous prices, like, and they really don't have anything to show for their work, or we can mention their name and nobody say, who's that? So there's always that. But also, an artist should never take that as what they do is not valuable. Because it's time, it's energy, all that good stuff, that you're offering clubs and promoters. So, in your opinion, how do you approach that factor? Because, you got the promoter saying, hey, how many heads can you bring in this club? And then you're an artist with super dope rhymes, time invested, money invested into your craft. And sometimes it's not about, it's about rocking the heads that are already there. That way you can increase the amount of exposure to the club and your fan base. So in your opinion, how do you handle that equation?
That happens a lot here. a lot. And
that's sad that it happens more locally than it does, outside of the region.
Outside.
That's crazy, right?
It's so crazy because you would think that people would support you home first and try to, help brand before someone else that will never see you anytime soon, help.
Right.
But I kind of just, in my opinion, I take my wins and my losses. Sometimes out here they'll switch it and they don't say, like they won't say how many heads can you bring in. They'll just say, we're going to give you this amount of tickets, right? And they'll say, well, once you sell this amount, whatever you make after that is yours to keep. So basically they're kind of trying to pay you, kind of, sort of, but a lot of the places out here just kind of care about the money coming in more or less than how many people you bring, because it's been times where, like, even me, just because say if it was like on a Wednesday and I'm doing a show and I know it's like 12 o'clock when I'm going to go on, just because of me still having to play the role of a normal person. I mean, I know artists are normal too, but me just having to be like a regular mom that kind of has to still kind of get up sometimes out of the week and go to work. I know a lot of people aren't going to come out on a Wednesday at 12 o'clock at night, knowing that they have to go to work the next day. So sometimes I would just end up kind of, just to get the exposure, I would just end up like taking my money myself and just paying for my tickets and giving the money to the promoter. Just like all they cared about was the money. So that's why I say sometimes it's different where you are. But I've ran into both. Like, oh, if you don't have this many people, you can't perform. So it's kind of like, it's like you take your wins and your losses. You just
yeah.
I don't really like it like that. I feel like if you're coming to perform, or if someone's giving you an opportunity to perform, it's so you can gain the exposure. That's how I feel, but everyone doesn't think like that. So we kind of just gotta go with the flow.
Oh yeah. Like, I'm also in the band, so a lot of times when we go to different states, we're at whatever the price is and just give them away. And if it's something, small, regional, local, and they hit us with that, we've done that too as well, bought tickets or sold tickets, and we just use it as a good way to get some footage.
Yeah, we do too. I definitely do. Here you go, y'all can have these tickets. Like, I'll just buy them and just hand them out. And honestly, that works. That really works, because people, they don't feel like they're obligated to buy. They're just like, oh, I got a free ticket to this event. Come on, let's go. And more people come out that way. So I figured that kind of just, it works.
Yep. So, Asi, what is the most important thing to consider when you're creating your music?
The most important thing, to be unique, to have your own sound, stand out from a crowd, be yourself. Always be yourself. And I use the 2 U's. I don't know if you ever heard this before, but I use 2 U's, right? And it's called being unforgettable and undeniable.
I like that.
So I go by an undeniable. I use those 2 U's to kind of help me just stay on task and try to be different from everyone else. And it works. I really feel like it works. I feel like I have my own sound. It's been a couple times people say, hey, you sound like this person, but I think it's because I tend to channel different artists that I kind of used to listen to, like MC Light, Missy-Elliot. So I think that's why. And but I channel it a little bit because it kind of gives me my inspiration. But once I get past maybe those couple bars, they be like, but your flow, nobody else can copy that. Like, you change up too much. It's weird, but it's nice to hear it, because I'm like, okay, I'm accomplishing my mission. I'm going to be undeniable and unforgettable. Like,
right. Definitely. About what direction you're looking to take your music in now, and what events or moments led to inspire you to take this new direction, if you consider taking a new direction.
I'm aiming to be kind of one of the most listened to artists. I never say best, because I always try to stay humble. Mm-hmm. So most listened to artists. I would like to have fans all over the world who I inspire to continue to do what they love to do. Because like what inspired me 100% was like I did a talent show at the age of 12, and I just saw how many people just kind of lit up and how it made them feel off my performance, and it made me say, this is what I want to do, this is what I will pursue. So I kind of just went with that. So in my next direction, I want to be able to cross over, more or less, like make music for everyone is my goal. That's my biggest goal.
Okay. So, in the terms of looking at your career from a long-term aspect, what's the biggest challenge you can see yourself facing in the years to come?
The biggest challenge, I don't feel like I would have a really big challenge. I feel that because this is more of a passion to me, it doesn't seem like I'm forced to do it. I feel like when you love doing something, you don't consider it work. Your mind just kind of works freely. So even now, like, say like for a video, I'll sit there for probably a good 2 hours, and I'll just kind of listen to my song over and over again. Even though I wrote the lyrics, I know exactly what it's going to say, I still just kind of listen to it over and over again, and I began to try to paint a picture. But it's something I like to do, so I try to just use my creativity, and instead of me feeling that this is work, I'm like, this is something you love to do, so just let it happen freely. Never force anything, you guys. If you feel like you're forcing to write a song or to come up with a visual, take a break, step back, go outside, go for a walk, go run, go eat some chips, go do something different. Do not, if music is your passion, do not let it feel like it's work. Never let it feel like it's work.
Definitely. Who is your favorite artist, and how have they inspired you to create?
My favorite artist, I would have to say Missy-Elliot. And I would have to say I like Missy-Elliot and Pharrell, but I would say Missy first because
Missy's dope.
Yeah, she's really dope, and she's from here. So I think that's like one of my main reasons. But her creativity is so like out of this world to me, and she's so bold and confident in her talent, and she doesn't care what anybody say. Like, who gonna do a video with big black trash bags? Like, it's just, and it turned out really dope. Like, so it's like she doesn't have a second thought about anything. She shows her confidence 100% in her talent, and that's like why she inspires me so much. And she does it on so many different levels. Like, she's all around talented, and that's super dope to me.
Definitely. And if you could work with any artist in the game, living or dead, who would you choose?
I would say either Missy or Pharrell. I would say Pharrell because, he's like one of the top producers in the game. So I would love to work with Pharrell one day. He's from here too. That's probably why though. Like, it's crazy because like some of the top artists in the game are from Virginia. It's like a lane that you kind of just want to stay in when you're creating. You're like, I don't want to lose this lane. But it's pretty dope because, like I said, Pharrell's from here, like Missy's from here, Chris Brown, Trey Songz. So some of the major hitters in the game are from VA, and I think that's why I probably like, Missy and Pharrell the most. But they're just so talented and creative. They put your creativity. They make you want to put your creativity in a whole different lane.
Isn't Timberland from VA?
Tim.
Genuine.
I don't know if Genuine's from here. Life is. He's from Norfolk. There's a couple. Drum. He's from Hampton, Virginia.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep. Who else? I can't think of somebody else off the top right now, but
still a dope list. Yes.
Yeah, it is. A lot of good artists come out of VA, you guys.
Yeah. All right. So, tell us about all your upcoming shows, live shows, and touring, if possible.
Okay. So I have a couple of shows. Like I said, I have the one for $5 March 24th. I have 2 shows that I'm opening for Kendrick-Lamar. One is May 27th. That'll be here in Virginia. Then I travel and go to New York on May 29th and open for him there. I have the American Dragon show opening here July 3rd. And then I have Chris Brown. I'm opening for him on July 4th. I'm working on trying to open for Nerd. That's June 16th. Now, that one's pretty hard because, they're really, really dope. So
yes.
I got a couple people trying to pitch my music to them and pitch my links to them, trying to see if I can get, opening spot. So I'm praying on that one. I'm really hoping for that one. So if that one definitely happens, I would definitely, keep you guys posted and have it listed. But those are like the main ones that I have at the moment. So y'all look out for me. Look out for Asi.
Nice. Is there any links on the web where we can check out your show dates?
Well, if you follow me on Instagram, then yes, I really post. And my Instagram is _Asi, Asi Nicole, Nicole. I'm trying to get that underscore gone, but when I first changed my name, my name was taken. But when I look up everywhere else, I never see anybody else named Asi Nicole. So, but I stay on my Instagram. That is my most used social media. I'm on Facebook and Twitter and Snapchat as well. But anything that I have coming up, any new release, songs released, any video shoots, anything, photo shoots, whatever the case is, even questions. Like I have like question segments when people just kind of comment and ask me different things. I'll get on live and talk on live, and I allow people to ask me questions as well. So anything that you guys want to know, I would just say follow me on Instagram. Again, that's _ Asi, ASI, Nicole, Nicole.
Nice. All right, here's a wide open question for you. Tell us 5 things that you know to be 100% true about the music business.
It's stressful. Number 1. It can be fun. It is really fun. Really, really, really fun. It can be cutthroat, depending on who you deal with. There will be hard criticism from everyone. And if you can't take critique, I would say this is not the lane for you, because my thing is, if you can take critique, then you're going to be a great star, because that's going to help you in every aspect of either creating or growing, learning, doing something different. taking something and spinning it a little better. Just being able to accept what people can say or will say. Sometimes it will be hurtful because everyone will not accept you. And that was like one of the biggest things that I had to learn too. I could put that for a surprise. Everyone will not accept you. Everyone will not like your music. And you can't go by what people that don't like you. You have to go by your fans that love you. Mm-hmm. And sometimes the people that don't like you secretly love you. Like, they just don't want to say it. So, it's just, that's some of the major, and it's just tough. It is tough. It's tough to get your music out there. It's tough to get people to take a chance and listen to you. But it's kind of like once they hear you, if you have that good sound, if you have a catchy tune, they're gonna sing your song. They may not tell you that they singing that song, but just stay in their shower singing that song. Like,
Yep. All right. And guys, just in case you need more links from Asi Nicole, I have them
in the description of the show. All you have to
do is press the links and it'll take you right to it. All right, so after the music break, it'll be time for our usual tradition. It is called the hot seat, and our fans love this part of the segment, and of course along with the actual interview, but the audience get to hear either Asi sing us a song, maybe she had poetry, inspirational speech, spoken word, freestyle rap, maybe tell us a joke or two, share a real cool story, or maybe whip out a live instrument. Well, the choice is Asi. Well, you never know what these creative minds and vessels will produce in the spotlight. And tonight, we'll find out if Asi Nicole has what it takes to be put on the spot, a test of her true artistry, and maybe even some hidden talent. How you feel about that?
I'm ready. I'll give y'all a little something.
All right, so we're going to cut to some music right now. We have Rich-Dollaz by Asi Nicole, and we'll be right back.
Asi Nicole. You know when I step on the scene, it's that money dance. 50s and 100s on me, it's that Benjamin. Walking, I smell like OG, what a sin. Only common conversing, you thought I meant. You know when I step on the scene, it's that money dance. 50s and 100s on me, is that Benjamin. Walking, I smell like OG, what a sin. Only common conversing, you thought I meant. I see switching lanes, quarterback sneak, I don't play games. Skirt in an all black range. Now all these wanna bang, LV gang, hold up, wait, dangerous. I could pull your car like Angel does. I don't think you really wanna spare with us. Bars on bars, thinking jail bus. They done let the beast off the chain. Flip a pack and get paid. Let's stick on you, you sure you know what you create. See, I don't really say too much. Won't get a hate from me, we ain't bang too much. I don't really say too much. Won't get a hate from me, we don't bang too much. I still know my shooters gon' come. Blow with the cannon, hit out with that drum. Yeah, out when that trigger me thumb. 100 round clip, here come Nick with that drum. Hey, you know I stay sharp, I ride with the heat. Stay eating, you cooking no beef. Sauce in the kitchen, meal prep for the week. I'm catching out when I send in these beats. You know when I step on the scene, it's that money dance. 50s and 100s on me, it's that Benjamin. Walking, I smell like OG, what a sin. Only common conversing, you thought I meant. You know when I step on the scene, it's that money dance. 50s and 100s on me, is that Benjamin. Walking, I smell like OG, what a sin. Only common conversing, you thought I meant. Black and white, that zebra tie. Now my lion is on the prowl, I'm ready to feast tonight. Out here talking like they made me, they sound a little hasty. Why they calling me tasty? I ain't with the and I don't take the hits. If you run up on me, I'ma go Ali in the shit. If you know I see she bout with chill. No matter the weather, she won't jack a bed. You can pay me off. Escalate and elevator to the top. You'll meet your maker. No conversate and no mediate. And you dug your house, till I'ma bury you in it. Chasing, I'm face erasing. We not the same day, you ain't complacency. I don't really give a about her. Mine on Benji and she stayed knocking at my door. Roll another dope, my mind stay blown. Take me in the shots in my back quarter zone. Stay shining all the diamonds I got on. She want a 1, she 2, a 2, a clone. No, fraud, walking in my zone. Secure the bad type, I'm on. You know when I step on the scene, it's that money dance. 50s and hundreds on me, it's that Benjamin. Walking, I smell like OG. What a sin. Only come I converse, you thought I meant. You know when I step on the scene, it's that money dance. 50s and hundreds on me, it's that Benjamin. Walking, I smell like OG. What a sin. Only come I converse, you thought I meant. Ay, it's lit.
Hey, it's lit. It definitely was. Oh my goodness, that song is bonkers. Man, I was going all bananas over here. You should have seen me. Oh yeah. Definitely one of the hottest track we played all week. And what today is, Tuesday. We still got a few days, a few more days to go. But yo, it's been the hottest song we played all week, right? Oh yeah. I'm gonna have to play that one again. So you must be prepared to answer when opportunity knocks. And the fewer opportunities that you take advantage of, the fewer there will be. Listen to this. Imagine going to visit a friend. He offers you a drink and you politely say, "No, thank you." After a few minutes, he'll repeat his offer. "Are you sure you don't want a drink?" Now, if it's alcohol, Dini is drinking, okay? I'm not turning down a drink, okay? But you say, "No, thank you." And he'll probably ask you a third time. If you refuse his offer, chances are he won't offer you another drink again that day. You've convinced him that you don't want one. Life is the same way, my friends. When good things come your way, you ignore them repeatedly. Soon they will stop coming at you because you convinced the world that you don't want what it has to offer. Better to be prepared, because each opportunity you're able to seize will lead to countless other opportunities. Winners train for months and years before the actual competition. The winning is really in the preparation, not the race itself. Being prepared will make you strong, will make you bold, confident, and competent. Practice preparation. Make the best of all that life has to offer you. And with that, let's bring the woman of the hour back on. Asi Nicole, you're back live in our hot seat. What do you have for us?
Let's see. I'll give y'all a couple bars. I'll give a couple bars. So look, I stayed stuck in my paper. I'm grinding all week. So nothing cut to a sleeper but a dream. My only 100 good gasoline. Tokyo yen, Euro, Germany. Different country paper. If you ain't know what that mean, don't fix your mouth to open it. You can't speak Japanese. I wake up and thank the man. Check my line and call the bank. Deposit in, send the load off cash. Shout at the end of the day. Wait, I really gotta expose this chick on your knees. She begging and assigned to the bench. The game I play is called I See Gotta Get Rich. Lays my chips poker, trying to be sponsored by Fashion Nova, and I love my guy Smoker. Favorite cake confetti with Sosa. Wake up, pop bottles, no mimosa. Flex on the gram, my bands be posing. Lows, no cross down, lunch stay froze, rose gold on my wrist. No man at home, like chase that confetti.
Ooh, just like that.
Just like that.
Just like that. So I hear the thought that you put into the flow theme and commitment to your lyrics on your songs, and I started thinking about what your goals may be for, yourself, but everyone asks about that. Besides, I came to the conclusion that the precision and skill that is presented on the track like Rich-Dollaz, which is a banger, by the way, that the goal is obviously to be the most witty and straightforward that you could be on the mic. Am I wrong here?
You're 100% correct.
All right. I mean, great care is definitely taken as well. But what else can we say? So, where did you go? Where did you get those skills from? Did you find them at the end of a rainbow, or is there some lyrical typo?
To be honest, people always say that they can rhyme, right? And people always say they have bars, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't always mean that they have it. And sometimes you have to perfect your craft. People may not look at music as a craft, but it is. It's still an art.
Oh, yeah.
It's something that you do have to practice.
Oh, yeah.
100%. Especially like singers, vocalists. You always have to practice. Rappers, we do have to practice, but sometimes it just comes off the top of our head. I can literally just be sitting in the car, like driving to the store, and maybe something will happen on the road and it'll just cross my mind, and I'll just remember it consistently. I'll keep saying it in my head, and I'll just turn it into a lyric, and I'll like go from there. And then as soon as I can write it down, I'll just write it down really fast so I won't forget it.
Mm-hmm.
I use a lot of metaphors. Sometimes I make up my own metaphors, but that just comes from creativity. But people still understand, like what I'm saying. And I would just say, becoming a skilled rapper, especially one who writes all their own lyrics, it just takes time and it takes growth. Your wordplay always has to get better. You can never say to yourself, "This is my best track." Always think that you can make a better one. You have to challenge yourself. You gotta expand your creativity. Think outside the box. Just become inspired by life in general. And the number one thing that you will have to do is just release your fear and just let it flow. Don't be scared to take a chance. Don't be scared to believe in yourself. And do not let anyone tell you that you cannot do it. Just go for it. Like, just hop up and just go for it. And come up with a style that fits you and makes you a gem, a true you, undeniable and unforgettable. I could add 3, so we're going to say 3. Unique, undeniable, and unforgettable.
Nice. So you don't have a Quentin Miller or a Safari over there somewhere?
Nah, I wish I did. I wish I did sometimes. I ain't gonna lie, because some days it kind of gets a little hectic. I be like, did I say this bar already? And I lie. Plus, you write a lot. You try not to repeat the bar. Sometimes you do repeat them, though, but you can kind of switch it up and say it a different way, throw it in a different metaphor. It kind of gets hard, but not for the majority. I write every single one of my tracks. I know I probably, like, if I make it, I do know that a couple people I kind of want to put their 2 cents in, so I'm willing, for that. But majority of I want to be known for writing my own lyrics, at least 95% of the time.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with people seeking help.
I don't either. I feel like
there are professional songwriters out there. Then that's their sole job is to, rewrite and write music.
It's just like with female artists, they come at us so hard. Female rappers, anyway, they come at us so hard if we aren't writing our own. They're like, you're not a dope artist. You got people writing for you. So it's kind of like something that we got to put out there off the bat. Like, we got here because we wrote our own. We did this on our own. These are my lyrics. These are my bars. Once I make it, shoot, everybody want to write. Come on, come write. Let's write.
Right. It's like, hey, I can write, but sometimes I have lazy days.
Let's make that hit. Come on.
Make this hit. All right. You want to add anything else before we sign off?
I'll just throw my Facebook and things out there. My Facebook is Asi Nicole. My Instagram again, _ Asi Nicole. My Twitter is Asi Nicole, and my Snapchat is totally different. It's ice_Asi. That's ICE_Asi. And that's because I made that like when it first came out, and nobody told me that you couldn't change your username on Snapchat. So I'm probably gonna have to make another one sooner or later. But for right now, that's my Snapchat. And I would just say to all the listeners out there, if you have a dream and if you have goals, I don't care if you want to be a singer, a rapper, a business owner, a choreographer, a scientist, a basketball player, do whatever it takes to get there. Never give up on your dreams, and never let anyone tell you that you will not be able to make it. And that's an Asi quote.
That's an Asi quote. That was dope and great at the same time. Thank you very much for that.
No problem.
All right, we'll be watching for you.
Hope you will. Y'all will see me soon, and I thank you. I thank you very much for having me today.
Thank you.
Thank you, my Vigilantes family, as always, for checking out my podcast over here at Vigilantes Radio. All episodes are available for free download, and you can grab that from either Spreaker.com/only1mediagroup, iTunes, YouTube, any app that's on a Google Play or iTunes store, or our website, and that goes from every single episode that we've ever aired. If you'd like to request music or a particular guest or send something for me to play, email it to vradio@only1mediagroup.com. If it's music, please label it by artist and title. Here's my disclaimer. We are genre free, we do not judge, and we absolutely do not base our opinions on hearsay but facts alone. And actually, you can scratch all of that because all of my opinions are always right. That's the bottom line. This is my show, so deal with it. Nah, just kidding. On behalf of myself, Dini-Mussolini, I appreciate all you guys for tuning in, either afterwards or live with us. Spread the word, because sharing is caring. We stepped up our game just for you guys and our guests to make sure that you have the best experience here on our show. Be sure to connect with us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, as well as Spreaker. We always follow back. That is the number one rule. Okay, well, just remember to be yourself and be absolutely great at just doing that. Avoid being too comfortable, because you're messing with your potential when you do that. Peace, and have a good night.
You are now listening to Vigilantes Radio, the people's choice for quality interviews, art, music, and hot topics. Hosted by Demetrius Houdini Black Reynolds of the duo No Longer the Hero. All episodes of this podcast are available for free download at www.only1mediagroup.com. This is a Seventh Sign Regime Rebirth Worldwide Syndicate exclusive.